So AM Radhika has come. Radhika is the same Radhika iPhone. Is it AM Radhika or some other Radhika? Okay. So this I will be assisted by one Mataji called AM Radhika. So if suppose I'm traveling anytime to do some work, she will take up the backup class. And Pravina Manoj, you will be the admin for this class.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you for your service. Okay. And then there are other devotees who will come for chanting the shloka. So first thing about the course, this is the course in 5 levels. The first level that you are hearing now, 18 days, we do 18 chapter. Then comes the level 2. We will do the class on the weekends, couple of classes on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. And then other days, we give you something to discuss. We divide you into groups. So you discuss among yourself, understand, and there is some assignment given. And then the weekend we discuss. That's level 2. Level 3 is that we teach you some supportive books like Upanishads and some Goswami Granthas, like Nectar of Instruction, Nectar of Devotion, and Upanishad, the Ishu Upanishad. And after that course, the third level gets over. Level 4, you make presentation. We tell you that, okay, now you got Gita for some time, 3 levels. Now search from Gita. Where does Gita talk about this? And you study, and then you present. So the presentations happen for all the students present. My audio is okay, Pravina?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So please, Asit, please check your iPhone. Okay? Don't make a comment. Okay, now next, after this level 4 gets presentation gets over, we have an opportunity for you to join a course which is known as Bhakti Shastri. It's a standard ISKCON professional course. All the 5 courses are free of charge, no charge. Bhakti Shastri course makes you a teacher at the end. But if somebody is there who is chanting 16 rounds already, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, and you do 1 mala of that, that takes you around 10 minutes. And daily, if you do 16 malas of into 108, that is 16 malas of this, that what is the standard recommendation by ISKCON as a sadhana, then we allow you to directly join the Bhakti Shastri course. So you say 1.5 years of level 2, level 3. Each level 2, level 3, level 4, at least takes you 6 months. So you finish that and you can be promoted to Bhakti Shastri, it's left to you. But even if you go step by step gradually, it's fine. And this class, we will have first 8 o'clock, we will have Krishna Leela every day, which I do even after this course is over. That will be there. You can join that. 8:30 every day or 8:30 around the time, moment I finish Krishna Leela, they start the shloka chanting. And you can join that shloka chanting. You want to hear the Gita shlokas, you can do that. In the class, I will not be able to take all the shlokas at level 1. Level 1 is just to give you an idea of the whole Gita. Every day, just 1 chapter, 1 hour. Each shloka needs 1 hour. So what we can do, we will tell you the main thought flow in the chapter. What are the main concepts being presented? And few shlokas which focus on that. Okay, this will be fine. My name is Nama Nishtadas. I think some of you are seeing me for the first time. Okay, let us have a poll. Yes. Tell me now. Let me see the people. Are they coming for the first time? Second time, third time, fourth time? Start the poll, everybody. Nobody? Everybody is scared to participate? Yes, started. Good, good. Quick. I'll give you 1 minute. Oh. Okay. Okay, for the textbook for the course, we recommend this. Okay, this is Bhagavad Gita as it is by the Acharya Prabhupada. You can even don't have to bother to spend. You can send me a mail. I'll send you the PDF. Okay, you can see soft copy. If you like to have physical copy, you can order from Amazon, Flipkart. Is Bhagavad Gita as it is, as it is. That's the title of our book. You can see this Bhagavad Gita as it is, as it is. Okay, by Acharya Prabhupada, ISKCON publication. And you can go to even to nearest ISKCON temple in your city and pick up this book. Okay? That is left it. Okay, thank you. Let me see the poll now, result. Most of the people have participated. So what is the result? Let us see. You can see the result. Okay, 80% people are joining for the course for the first time. Welcome. Have you read Bhagavad Gita as it is? Most of the people know. Some people partially. That's nice. Are already chanting Hare Krishna. Most of the people, yes, sometimes. So that's very nice, very encouraging. And any difficulties in Bhagavad Gita course? Says that no, there's no difficulty. Most of the people, other people are finding some difficulties. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people I can see at the bottom. 3 people are not able to not switch on the audio. They don't know how to use Zoom. Ankit, Rajeshwari, Yadav, something. Can you put in the admin? Can you put in the WhatsApp group that you should how to join the audio? How do you connect? Okay.
Yes,
Done.
sir.
Okay, so now let us start. So my name is Nama Nishtadas. Nam Nishtadas. Nama means the name of the Lord, Nishtha, who has faith. And I am servant of somebody who has faith in the name of the Lord. Thank you, Dr. Rohit. Hare Krishna, nice to have you in the class. Now, that is, and I've been in ISKCON for the last 30 years now. I was previously an engineer from IIT Kanpur, but a privilege from a prestigious institute. And in those days, I studied something. But then after that, I joined Infosys in Bangalore. And 93 January, I joined ISKCON. So been around 30 years in ISKCON. Age is not a matter. There's all numbers only. But I enjoy sharing the Bhagavad Gita knowledge. And our desire is that we started, just 3 of us, this course 3 years ago. Today, 500 of us are part of. I wish all of you also try to understand Bhagavad Gita and join us in sharing the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Okay. And you can have my number, my email ID, and keep in touch. If something I'm not able to explain it in the class, you can have some questions, you can always ask. Okay, here we are. Let us start. I'm keeping audio on so that Edmund, Pravina Manoj, you will have some work to do. Keep muting people. Okay?
Okay.
But don't force mute it because I'm asking questions throughout. Okay? Yes. Okay, here. This is our deities, Shri Radha Govinda, whom we are worshipping, and by Krishna's grace, Akshaya April 23rd, they are going to their new temple. This is our founder of the movement, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Prabhupada. So just give you a little introduction of founder and ISKCON is same. Founder's history and ISKCON history is same. He started ISKCON. He was a small child, birth is Calcutta, and at a childhood age only, as a small child, he was interested in worshipping the Lord. His father noticed this. Father was a great devotee of Krishna. Very happy to see this symptom naturally evident in him. And not only he used to ask his father for Radha Krishna deity to worship, even as a very small child, he also asked his father, I want to do Jagannath Rath Yatra. And his father was very happy to organize, and he used to do Rath Yatra in his town. Later, he met his guru, and around 26 years, he met Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Gosai Maharaj, his guru. And he convinced him to take up the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. ISKCON comes in the line of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came 500 years ago. So in his take up the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, spread the knowledge of Gita all around the world. He got an order when he was 26 years old. But at that time, he was a grihastha, family person with children. He said, how can I leave everything? Now I have a responsibility. He tried, even with the responsibilities, from whatever money he had, to spread the knowledge of Gita. But at 55 years, when his children have grown up, taken charge of the family, he left his family and took sannyas. And he came to Vrindavan. You can see he was giving lectures, writing, publishing, and trying to establish a worldwide movement. He was not just like I'm doing in Mangalore. I'm from a Mangalore. If you know, Mangalore is a coastal Karnataka small town. And I'm trying to put up a small center here. Okay? But he was not looking for a small, he was looking a worldwide revolution, a movement, andolan. That is what his wish. And he was trying his best. He's writing, distributing books, shop to shop, restaurant to restaurants. Please read. These are very wonderful books. But he didn't find much of support. And finally, when he was 70 years old, he was about, at 70 years, can you imagine? He went to somebody called Sumati Morarji in Bombay, like Ambani of today, very, very rich lady. And she had a cargo ships, business of cargo ships. Each cargo ships cost crores. So imagine, big, rich lady. And she gave him a free passage on a cargo ship to America. That's why he went to America with only $8 in his pocket. And you can see what he do. He didn't show some miracle or anything. He used to sit in the park. And you see that the park where people are sitting, youth are sitting, and he's doing Harinam, chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, as Pravina Manoj Mataji was chanting before the class. Okay? He was chanting with his heart for hours. 4 hours at a go without changing any tune, no orchestra, just chanting the Nama of the Lord. And people used to crowd around, and you're seeing that as they're crowding, they're just here, giving us so much peace. What are you chanting? Who is this Krishna? Like a Pied Piper. You must have heard the story of Pied Piper. He used to play flute, and it's like so Prabhupada used to just sing the Hare Krishna mantra and come back to his room. There will be youngsters following him to his room. American youngsters. What is this? What you're chanting? It was so great. And then he will say, please read this Bhagavatam, read these books. You will understand about what I'm doing. And people read the books, got convinced, and came back. We are with you. You have a really noble mission to spread the message of God. We are with you. And 10,000 people gave their life to him. It's a revolution. It's not a 1 person, 2 person. It's a momentum. He was creating a great movement. Thousands of 10,000 youngsters giving their life free of charge, working with him to spread the message of Gita. And he's teaching them to get up 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:30, take bath, sit down and do Aarti for the Lord, Krishna, and chant the Nama of the Lord for 2 hours, attend Aarti, attend Bhagavatam class, whole day, meet people and spread the message of Bhagavad Gita. What he did, And these people, after training in America, in India, he tried for 40 years. Nobody helped him. 44 years, nobody helped him in this scale. But here, he got much more success with American youngsters. And he spread them all around the world. And that's how the movement started in the beginning. Today, after the ISKCON movement has crossed 50 years, today the largest following is in India. But there was a time ISKCON largest following was in America. It started there. But the Acharya is from India. Okay. This is C. Prabhupada's disciples in America with George Harrison. At his time, he was one of the most famous pop singer of Beatles. He also got attracted, joined devotees in chanting Hare Krishna. Movement spread worldwide. All big personalities, philosophers, and all religionists used to come and discuss with him about religious theology, religious philosophy, is to convince them from the message of Gita and Bhagavatam. These are the magazines he used to print, which became quite big at that time. Okay? This is brief introduction. He left the world with wonderful books he wrote, hundreds of books he wrote. And these books actually become the foundation. We are just starting with the first book. And this book, Bhagavad Gita, we have 3-year course for you. Level 1 is only a trailer, introduction. Level 2 is 6 months course, detailed study of Bhagavad Gita. Level 3, study of supportive books. Level 4, presentation based on Bhagavad Gita you're going to make. And level 5, 1 year final thorough study of this book, which is called Bhakti Shastri course. 3 years, and they become a teacher. Okay. So I wish you also join and try to understand this message and join us in teaching Bhagavad Gita to everybody. Okay, here is this. These are 5 parts of this chapter. Dhritarashtra's inquiry will come in 1.1. There is only one shloka Dhritarashtra speaks, but he reveals his mind. So he'll study his mind. Then Duryodhana is another personality who was, see, same battlefield. If you say, can you summarize the first chapter in one line? It's like this. The same battlefield was seen by three people, Dhritarashtra, then Duryodhana, and Arjuna. They looked at it in a different way. That's what the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita is. So Duryodhana sees the battlefield, but what he sees is fear in his heart. It's really not expected. There's such a big army. Then anyway, the war starts, blowing on the conch shell. Then Arjuna observes the whole battlefield, and Arjuna gives various reasons he doesn't want to fight the war. Okay, now anybody at this moment has any question? Can I proceed? Anybody has any question at this moment? Any difficulty you're having? It's fine with the introduction. Any questions on the introduction? Please feel free. No, it's fine.
No, Prabhuji, fine.
Thank you. Thank you, Chandranaji. Thank you. Loknath Bhartiji, yes. Any difficulty? Anything you like to clarify?
Sir, a lot of overthinking inside me. So how can I overcome this?
Loknathji, the little voice is not clear.
My voice is clear right now.
Just wait. I think. Try again, Loknathji.
Hello? Hello, Prabhuji.
Yeah, बोलिए. हाँ, बोलिए.
Prabhuji, there is a lot of overthinking inside my brain. So how can I overcome this?
No, अरे बाबा, प्रश्न तो बाद में. अभी तो I asked you. Introduction तो ठीक है ना? Fine ना? अभी आ रहे तो गीता शुरू नहीं हुई, अभी आपके तो प्रश्न शुरू हो गए. वो नहीं. Introduction is fine. अब तो don't worry. Krishna, Bhagavad Gita has the answer to all. Arjuna was in great dilemma. Krishna solved it. So आपका तो problem is very small, है ना? Our problem is very small. If you see such a big army, हमारा तो we will faint. When trying to understand Krishna will solve Arjuna's problem, our problem also this solve. Okay? Okay? And little patient of 18 days will done. Yes, Kaustubaji.
Prabhu, is this enough for us to solve our dilemma, Prabhuji? This 111?
Yes. Yes. Level 1 will start. Level 1 is starting. Okay? Just start. If you find it interesting, continue. All the courses are free. Don't worry. There are no charges. Okay? Even level 1, they'll give you a very good idea about giving a proper... See, we need a philosophy of life. See, when I was in college, I do remember, I didn't have any philosophy of life and I was an atheist. But later, when there was some jerk, once marks didn't come, and I started thinking, what is life? What is this? So life will not always go like this. There are jerks. At that time, you need a strong foundation. You need a philosophy. Everybody needs a philosophy of life. We don't have. Why not hear from Krishna? Arjuna also had a big jerk, big confusion. His grandfather, teacher was standing in front of him. He got a jhatka. And then he said, Krishna, what is life? Why are you fighting? What is the use of all this? So Krishna gave him a philosophy of life. Why not hear from Krishna once? Give an opportunity. Okay? You accept or reject is your business. Nobody is forcing you. But at least hear once. What is the philosophy Krishna is presenting of life to Arjuna? Does it make sense to me? Can I also adopt that worldview that Krishna is giving to Arjuna? And in that, see, the battlefield did not change. What changed is the way Arjuna looked at the world. Let us understand the way Krishna is making us look at the world, and then we can be happy. So my request will be actually, chalti gaadi se nahi utarna. Don't please leave the course in between. Just 18 days, go through it. The Shruti Phala, just the benefit of hearing Bhagavad Gita is unimaginable. Shruti Phala, just hearing itself. You understand, even you don't understand, just hearing is very auspicious. Just go through this. Some things, at least you'll pick up some valuable things in your life and you can add up. So you made a determination to join Bhagavad Gita course. I congratulate you. Now let us try to understand. Okay. So 8 o'clock every day, we will have Krishna Leela discussion for half an hour. That is additional, which I didn't write in the course. 8:30, that even previous batches will be joining that. Okay? 8:30 onwards, our shloka chanting starts, which has been announced to you. And then 9 o'clock will start class every day. We'll try to finish it by 10. Okay? Different reaction to the same scene. We have Dhritarashtra, we have Arjuna and Duryodhana looking at the same battlefield and reacting in a different way. See, now, no. Now Praveen, Abhinay, I have no question. Give me some time, then I will ask question. Okay? Tanishka, please wait. Please wait. Okay? Give me 10 minutes, then I'll speak something, then I'll come back to you. Okay? Now there are three people looking at the battlefield. Let us look at now Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra Ovacha, Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre, Samaveta Yuyusavaha, Mamaka Pandavas Cheva, Kim Akurvata Sanjaya. It says Dhritarashtra Uvacha. Dhritarashtra said, what did he say? Dharmakshetra, in a holy place. Kurukshetra, by the name Kurukshetra, it becomes an adjective, Dharmakshetra. A holy place, which is already a holy place. Kurukshetra Dharma Acharet. It is said in the Shastra. Any religious activity, do it in Kurukshetra. Kurukshetra has many, many things people have done previously. Parashuram also visited the place much previously. It's a holy place. Just like Mathura Vrindavan, it's a holy place always, even before the war. Samaveta Yuyusava. Now, at a Dharma Kshetra, some people are gathered together. Who? Mamaka Panda. My sons and sons of Pandu, Yuyusu. To fight, they have gathered together. Kim Akuru Sanjaya. What did they do after that? With Dhritarashtra. What do you see? Take after SNL place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, what did my sons and the Pandu do being Dhritarashtra to fight? You can just by looking at, because Dhritarashtra speaks only one. See, we don't know what's going in somebody's mind until he speaks. But just by speaking that one shloka, he reveals his mind. And I will explain it by 3 stages of a milk. When you boil a milk, it is generally Griha Pravesha. You should bring a cow inside. Nowadays, they don't bring cow, they bring a picture of cow. They are not cows. Cows are only after some time in Jew available. Then the one stage of milk is generally how you do? Boil the milk when you do Griha Pravesha after cow entry. Next thing is that breaking the milk. Now, breaking the milk is like compared to breaking a family. Dharma Kshetra, I have compared to one stage of the milk. Then Mamaka Pandava, another stage, he's breaking the milk. Then don't break the milk means don't break a family. He's saying my sons and sons of Pandu. Even to this day, if in a family, the brother has died, the person takes care of the brother's children as his own children. For Dhritarashtra to say my sons and sons of Pandu sees that he is not mature to have this kind of a view. It is his duty to give protection to the brother's sons. Rather, he's seeing them as opponents to his children. My sons are sons of Pandu. He's breaking the family. And then that's called curd. Then next thing is Kim Akurvata Sanjaya is like Rasgulla. What does Rasgulla has to do with it? See, suppose I give Rasgulla to somebody, then the question is, did he eat or did he not eat? Kim Akurvat. Why you're asking? Because he may not eat. If suppose you give, say, what did happen? I gave to Mr. X Rasgulla. What is there to ask? He will eat. Why are you asking such a question? That means asking question means he may not eat. This person sometimes doesn't eat. Otherwise, there's no need to ask. I gave you what you gave plate of Rasgulla to. What did he do? Why you're asking? You'll eat. If you're asking means sometimes it doesn't eat. So Dhritarashtra is worried whether they will fight or not. That is in the word Dharma Kshetra. He's worried it's a holy place. And influenced by the holy place, maybe my son will say to Yudhishthira, I'm sorry, it is your kingdom. Sometimes we visit, even an evil person visits the holy place, we think maybe he'll get some sadbuddhi. So he's actually not. Dhritarashtra we will analyze his personality now. He is not in a very sane stage of mind. Okay? The Dharma Kshetra, Kurukshetra, Mamaka Pandava, and then we are having Kim Akurvata. 3 stages. Okay. Now you are ready for open. Be ready. How is it looking at the battlefield, Dhritarashtra? Yes, anybody? What do you say? Is he looking very happily, tension-free, or by his very word, Kim Akuru Sanjaya, what does it signify? Is he in anxiety? Yes. Yeah, please start speaking. Don't worry. I'm not anyway blocking your voice.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji,
Yeah.
in anxiety.
Yes.
He has,
Dhritarashtra. Okay, so I just analyze, see what all is there. He's a little doubtful because Kurukshetra is a holy place. then he knows his sons are not pious. Holy place will benefit holy people. He's worried. My God, these people may win. He's doubtful. He's fearful. He has too much attachment. Fearful. He's partial. Mentality of me and mine. Okay? He has a material outlook to the whole thing. Okay? True? Because certain things we can collect. Okay, now something very interesting. What is the Dhritarashtra? In this way that Dhritarashtra looking at the battlefield, we get a lesson, attachment and affection. What is the difference between these two? Which was on Dhritarashtra? Dhritarashtra for Duryodhana, did he have attachment or affection? If I will not like to play with the words. I'll rather explain. See, attachment shows weakness. But I depend on his smile. Many parents today cannot instruct their child because child will not look at them and then they become depressed, So they want child to smile. So they attachment and child takes advantage of that weakness. Whatever he asks, he gets because parents can't see his, crying. They take advantage. All the children do that. When you don't give them something they want, they start crying. And parents can't see the child. Okay, I'll give you what you want. Affection is something you're a well-wisher. Like Vidura was a well-wisher of Dhritarashtra. His younger brother, always he went to Dhritarashtra, my dear elder brother, this is not good for you. We should do like this. Always an instructor and was detached. And Dhritarashtra didn't follow him. And then rather, Duryodhana one day insulted him in front of Dhritarashtra. Vidura walked away. He was not there in the Mahabharata. He came after the Mahabharata was over and again instructed Dhritarashtra. This time Dhritarashtra listened to him. That you will not know actually. Bhagavatam talks about this. And Dhritarashtra went for developing spiritual life after that. So that is called affection. Affection means you're not attached. There is no weakness in your heart, but you're still a well-wisher. Attachment means you depend on that person's relationship and they smile and he exploits. Attachment is a sign of weakness. Affection is well-wish. So Dhritarashtra to Duryodhana was attachment or affection?
Attachment.
See, Duryodhana gave poison to Bhima.
Attachment.
Correct? See, Duryodhana gave poison to Bhima. He came to know. Don't you think he should have given a tight slap? Isn't it a very serious offense? Don't you think it's a serious offense to give poison to your cousin? True? You all understand that? Duryodhana burned the house where Pandavas are living. He arranged that, a Lakshagraha, and he had a plan to burn them with their mother. Look at how low-class person he is. And Dhritarashtra did not do anything. Again, he didn't do anything. Attachment means you become helpless because you depend on his smile. He used to say, I know what is wrong, what is right. But when I see the face of my son, I lose control of my... That's weakness, that's attachment. The Duryodhana even tried to strip the wife of Pandavas in public. Even then, Dhritarashtra didn't say anything. He should have thrown him out of the kingdom. What kind of person are you? He usurped his whole kingdom. And when Pandavas came after the exile, they said, please return our kingdom. He said, no, because you, Agyatavas, this Arjuna came out few seconds early. So he has to go 12 years more. And Bhishma says, no, here are the calculations. They properly finished Agyatavas before Arjuna came out at Virat to fight. But Duryodhana was playing with some calculation. No. In my calculation, 3 seconds early, they should go but 12. So, so much injustice he's doing. But Dhritarashtra was silent all the time. What was this? He was attachment or affection. Correct? You all understand? That is attachment. So now, attachment. Very good. So now, the take home from this, with your children, you should have affection or attachment? Affection. Take it out. Attachment means they'll take advantage of you.
Affection.
Yes, affection is always good. Okay, now something even more. Covered children. Our own mind. Aren't we treating our mind like Dhritarashtra treated Duryodhana? When our mind gives stupid ideas, how many of you give the slap to a mind? My dear mind, shut! I should not hear such kind of ideas from you. Are we able to score? We all think I'm very great. I'm very great. We can't even, when somebody, good man comes and tells you, take care, you are having this weakness. What do you think of yourself? I'm a great man. I'm the greatest man. I think I'm God. We don't hear any correction. Our own mind is actually like Duryodhana, and we are like Dhritarashtra, too attached to our own mind. Forget about our children's. Isn't it true? Our mind is like Duryodhana, and we are like Dhritarashtra. We never scold. The day you start slapping, scolding your mind, you'll become a great man. But the problem is, like Dhritarashtra, we don't do that. Just like Duryodhana destroy everything. Same way our mind destroys everything. It destroys our career, it destroys our life. And like Dhritarashtra, we are watching. We cannot get, shut up! Now again, if you think about this, I'm going to give you a slap. We cannot say that because we are like Dhritarashtra. Okay. Why did the whole thing happen? Now, Dhritarashtra had dissatisfaction in his heart. Dhritarashtra had everything good first, positive things. He was born in a royal family, billionaire family, the king, emperors. Dhritarashtra, this Hastinapur was the seat of the power of the whole world. Mahabharata means great India. So this is just like Great Britain, great India, seat of power, billionaire. Billions of dollars are there at house, an equivalent of today. Very rich. He had a wife who was very beautiful. Gandhari was a very, very beautiful woman. And so pativrata that she was worried that she may feel proud compared to the husband. She also closed her eyes following the husband. No woman will do that today. Any woman will do that? Never. True. So devoted to the husband. True. Isn't it fortunate to get such a wife? He had Vidura. Such a great Vaidurika, just like you heard Chanakya Niti, that is called Vaidurika. What Vidura was instructing to Dhritarashtra is recorded, and that's called book of Vaidurika. Vaidurika. You can read. Veduras. Many people don't know about that book. Okay. Vidura instructing to Dhritarashtra. Such a great counsel available. He had Bhishma, another very highly principled person in his family. He is actually the son of Vedavyasa. Vedavyasa is the Mahamuni. Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krite always is glorified as a great personality. Imagine a son of Vedavyasa, Maharshi Vedavyasa. What he didn't have in his life, just tell me. But he had one problem which he didn't have. What is that? He was blind. And because he's blind, he was not given the throne. And that is dissatisfied. Are Baba, how can a blind man be the king? No, why? I cannot be the king. It was a dissatisfaction. On the rules of that time, king cannot be blind. But I want to be the king. No, you can be the king. You wanted to be the king. So there was a dissatisfaction. We may have in life so many things we have. We don't look at that. Just like in English is saying, count your blessing. So Dhritarashtra was not counting the blessings. He was rather only seeing one defect which he had. And then dissatisfaction was there because of that. Okay. But then when you have dissatisfaction, you can sincerely work honestly to achieve what you don't have. But that is what he was not working on. Rather, he started making shortcut to achieve what he doesn't have, adharma. And when he went to adharma, that is the time he was started siding with Duryodhana. What was in his heart? Okay, I could not be the king because I was blind. Why not my son become the king? Okay, that's fine. Then make your son work hard, make him sincere and gentleman. No, he was ready for any adharma to be done so that he becomes the king. Because that is not coming. Never in life make a short circuit to achieve what you want to achieve. You lose everything. Isn't it possible? Whatever you have, that is also go. Dhritarashtra lost everything. And at the end of the day, had Dhritarashtra remained honest and gentleman, there is something very shocking. I think many of you don't know. What happened after the war? Yudhishthira Maharaj gave him the respect which he never got from his son. This is there in the Srimad Bhagavatam, first Khanda of Bhagavatam. You read that how Yudhishthira Maharaj used to kept him in the palace. In fact, before taking the throne, Yudhishthira Maharaj went and fell at his feet and he said, what should I do? So Dhritarashtra said, please rule. He gave him the blessing to rule. And then every day he used to come in the morning. Bhagavatam discusses very elaborately this portion. And he used to say, you're so kind to me. I was fatherless. You gave me shelter. But in reciprocation, I killed all your children. I'm such a person. Please forgive me. How's your health? How's your Gandhari Ma? How's your health? He used to take care of the kind of sweet words he used to speak. His son never spoke that. The respect he gave, his son never gave that. And not only that, Duryodhana was just exploiting him, using him. He never did that. In fact, he used to daily, before going to the court and is sitting, and the king has to take decisions every day, he take his counsel. What do you say today? These are the 4-5 issues which have come today. What decisions you think I should make? He was actually, had he remained honest, Yudhishthira would have become the king, and he would have actually enjoyed being the king, and sons would have never died. But participating in adharma, he lost everything. Isn't it a good lesson for us? Let us be honest. We may have dissatisfaction, something I don't have, but don't side with adharma for that. You're going to lose everything. Same thing, Karna. Karna also had a dissatisfaction. They are treating me like a king. And what did he do? He made the sinful Duryodhana as his close friend. And what is the result of that? He lost everything. He lost everything. And before the war, when Krishna came to him, okay, we will make Karna you the king. He said, I'm sorry now, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm totally stuck because this fellow, Duryodhana, I've taken so much favor. I'm obliged to him now. So had he remained honest, he would not have lost anything. But because of dishonesty, he lost everything. So always in life, there may be something you want, but never use adharma to achieve it. You're going to lose everything. And be always happy, whatever God has given. We should always maintain satisfaction, what God has given. And work sincerely. If Krishna is willing, fine. Otherwise, be happy with. And material things are not everything in life. Spiritual things are much more relational. Okay, we proceed with the short analysis of Dhritarashtra. Take care. Done. Now let us come to the second personality, Duryodhana. Pashyetam Panduputranam Acharya Mahatim Chamam Vyudham Drupada Putrena Tava Shishyena Dhimata. Duryodhana, when he sees the battlefield, he is in a stage of shock. He can't believe it. They brought such a big army because they were on the streets. They were on the streets. He was holding the power, the empire. He has Bhishma with him, Drona with him, everything. They will come. He said, 5 minutes, I'll wipe them out. When Krishna said, give them some 5 villages, that's enough. Peace offer. He said, 5 villages, I'll not give them a needle to drive a pin on the ground. That much space I'll not give. So much he was confident of his victory. He said, minutes, I'll finish. He saw a big army. And he ran. Perfect. Duryodhana saw 7, 8 in his few shlokas, nature of a perfect politician of today. He would have won the elections. If Duryodhana is today, he would have won the election. Perhaps maybe these people, some of them would be so. Perfect politician. Now, he should not have run to Dronacharya. He is the chief man in the battle on Kaurava side. He could have called Dronacharya, please come, I want to talk to you. In panic, he ran. Politicians will adjust anything in difficulty. They'll wash anybody's feet when they want. No. But his head is not pure. He is not a person of good character. Therefore, you see Duryodhana doing something very strange. He is insulting his own guru before the war. Dronacharya, another personality. See, this first chapter is more, interfacing, setting the scene of Gita. So I'm more of Mahabharata here than the philosophy. There is not much philosophy in the first chapter. We'll begin from the second chapter. Krishna answers Arjuna. The first chapter, the design is such a nice way. If somebody has not read Mahabharata also, he can understand the whole scene of Bhagavad Gita. That's so beautiful design of Bhagavad Gita. Even though it comes inside Mahabharata, its design is such a Bhagavad Gita that the introduction is there. Now, when he comes, Dronacharya, being a great personality, had so many great traits, but he had one weakness. He was too attached to his own son, Ashwatthama. And also, he had some bit of dissatisfaction. A Brahmana cannot have dissatisfaction, cannot have. It's not, it doesn't risk, is a weakness of a Brahmana. It's not allowed in a Brahmana. Brahmana should be happy and satisfied. He had a dissatisfaction with Drupada. And he didn't give him a kingdom that he promised in his Gurukul. So he had dissatisfaction with that. He insulted me. Brahmana, honor or insult is equal. But Dronacharya, there's certain traits of weaknesses to see, even though he's a very, very great personality. Okay. And then what happens? Duryodhana knows that. See, he's taking advantage of his weaknesses. He's saying, Drupada Putrena. Politician means there is always a second meaning. The politician is always duplicitous. He's never straightforward. He's using the word to incite him. Drupada putrena. See the son of Drupada. You taught him, man. Now, Drupada had a son called, what is the name? Drishta? What is the son? None of the Drupada's son name, starting with Drishtadumna. All born in a holy land of India, you know all this. So Drishtadumna was born by a yagna. Drupada did to kill Dronacharya, because Dronacharya, by force took away half the kingdom of Drupada, which had promised in his Gurukul. You know that. He trained the Pandavas and Kauravas and he sent them, and the Pandavas achieved it. They made Bandi of Duryodhana, Arjuna did it, and he snatched away half his kingdom. So Drupad got very upset. He did organize a yagna. Previously, we could do that. Today, nobody can do a yagna like that. And from the yagna was born Drishtadumna and Draupadi. Both are from yagna. And this Drishtadumna was born with a mission to kill Dronacharya. He knows that. Still, when Drishtadumna came to him, can you teach me how to fight? Yes, it's fine. You are fit person to teach. And anyway, death will come one day. Why should not I do my duty? He taught him. Interesting, he taught him. Therefore, he's taking advantage of his weakness. Tava shishyena dhimata. See, your own disciple, such a fool are you? Why did you teach this fellow? Who is Drupada Putrena? Drupada, word he hears, he gets angry. Who is the son of Drupada? And you taught him liberally. What a kind of fool are you? And if you're similarly indication, the Pandavas, you're very attached. He was very much attached to Arjuna particularly. And if this your so-called Shishya Prema will land me in trouble, be careful of your Shishya Prema. I'm already in trouble because of that. Acharya Mahati, such a big army. Oh my God, such a big army. Pashchetam Pandu. Just look, this sons of Pandu. Acharya Mahati, such a big army they've got. Vyudham, and this Vyudham, the arrangement of phalanx they've created, that was arranged by your own disciple, Drupada Putrena. Can you see this? And you can keep going the analysis of every shloka. Okay, look at the space. What do you see? Compassion, love. In his face. What do you see? Compassion, love, or what do you see? Envy. You can see all bad things possible in his face. Look at the face itself. Nicely painted. Oh, my teacher, behold the greater son of sex, intelligent disciple, the son of Drupada. Take care. Okay, so we analyze. In fact, if you go deep analysis, we arise at something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, some 7, 8 political behavior. Drupada Putrena, he's trying to incite and trying to see that he is not the Shishya Prema he can give up and be strict, not be lenient like he generally is. He talks about the great heroes of the Pandava side, okay, so that Dronacharya will take the war seriously. He knows the Pandavas, he knows the other, so that, please take it seriously. It's not a joke. Like Arjuna and Bhima, there are many big warriors here. While mentioning the names of great heroes, he fetched from their opposites, Dronacharya, even before Bhishma. When he is listing his own army, first it says, Vayam, you. Because he's very careful of the etiquettes, because Dronacharya, the Brahmana, even though Bhishma is elder and a much bigger warrior, still he's, politician means sabko adjust karne ka, sabko proper position dene ka. He mentioned the name of Kripacharya and Ashwatthama as chief captains. Again, to encourage him, because Kripacharya is connected to Dronacharya and Ashwatthama is also connected to him, my chief warriors. Imagine, carefully wording. He mentioned the name of Vikarna. When he's mentioning Maharathis on his side, he says, you, Dronacharya, Bhishma, Kripacharya, Ashwatthama. He also says Vikarna. Why Vikarna? And he's been the Karna. The Karna and all were Maharathis, agreed, great warriors. Why Vikarna? Because Vikarna was not listening all the time. When he was trying to strip Draupadi, Vikarna objected to that. He knows he has his own mind. So he was very worried this person will run away. So he's putting a name among the Maharathis to encourage him. Look at his political behavior. And then he said, there are many heroes who are prepared to lay down the lives of my sake, well-equipped weapons and experience of military science. And he says the word, our strength is immeasurable. The word, and perfectly protect grandfather Bhishma, where the strength of the Pandava is limited. He uses the word aparyatam. Aparyatam, the word has two meanings. Aparyatam in the negative of paryapta means what? Limited. So our strength is great. Our strength is limited. So you, Duryodhana, all have to support Bhishma because he cannot do everything. Aparyatam also means immeasurable. So Bhishma heard the meaning immeasurable. Duryodhana heard the word incomplete. So you see what you want to see. So careful in his wording. So anyway, some few niches, he's a political person. Okay, not a straightforward person. Okay, and he has all selfish material desires and ready to do anything for that. He is also qualified as an aggressor. There are 6 kinds of aggressors. Arjuna uses the word Adataina for Duryodhana, which is correct. 6 things that somebody does, he can be killed and there is no sin. Suppose somebody comes to give you poison. In defense, you can attack him. And if he dies, even today, court will leave you. Somebody comes to burn your house. Somebody comes to attack you with deadly weapons. You can take action on him. Suppose somebody comes to burn your house, your whole family, everybody is inside. You can try to protect them. And in course, if he dies, there is no sin. No government will arrest you. Somebody tried to steal. You try to protect. If he dies in that, one who occupies, somebody tries to occupy all your property, and somebody tries to kidnap your wife. If in this protection from these harms, if the other person dies, is no sin. Therefore, it's called Atataina. Duryodhana, on all the 6 counts, was the sinner. Poison giver, he poisoned Bhima. Arsonist, Duryodhana arranged a house of lac for build and set it ablaze while they're sleeping. Okay, that was the plan. They escaped by the revelation of Vizura. A thief. He cheated them in a rigged match of gambling, all their wealth. One who occupied another's land. He did that, took over their land. And then one who kidnaps, he tried to do that. Also tried to strip his life. So in all the 6 counts, he is actually Atataina. Therefore, there is no resentment. Actually, even such a person is killed. It's called Atataina. Okay, let us go. The blowing of the different conch shells became uproarious. Saghosha dhata rasha nam hridayani vradharayat navasya prithivim chaiva tumulo abhyanadayan. Now, the Kauravas blew the conch shells starting from Bhishma, and Pandavas were listening. Pandavas are a much smaller army than Kauravas. They were 11 Akshani, Pandavas are 7, almost half. But they were not disturbed. They were peacefully standing. But when the Pandavas blew the conch shell, it is said, Hridayani Vradharayat, the heart of the Kauravas started shaking in fear. Okay, why did this happen? Anybody? The blowing of the different conch shell became uproarious as by both sky and earth. It shattered the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra. They were shattered. They jo dar gaya wo mar gaya. They panicked. But Pandavas had half the army. They didn't panic. Kauravas almost double army, and people like Bhishma and Drona, which cannot be fought at all. And Karna, very, very powerful warrior, but the Kauravas, their legs are shaking in fear. Why? Bhagavad Gita doesn't mention Pandavas' legs shaking in fear, but it mentions, imagine the live telecast done by Sanjaya was also reading their mind. You don't see in cricket match, which I think many of you watch, the bowler is throwing the ball and the batsman legs are shaking in fear. No commentator is able to say. Okay? But here, Sanjaya's telecast was better. He's able to speak about their legs shaking in fear, the heart palpitation. He's able to see that also. He's able to read their mind also. Okay, now, why is it that Pandavas did not panic, but Kauravas panic? Anybody can enlighten us? Please, quickly.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Krishna ji.
Speak.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, because Pandav had Krishna on their side, and we know where there is Krishna, there is victory.
Okay, so they knew they're going to win the war. Okay, then let's Ritika. What do you want to add? Anybody? Just Jayashree. Speak quick.
Prabhuji, Kauravas felt that they were not righteous. They were on the wrong side.
They knew that they are wrong. The
Yes,
thief always has fear in his heart.
in the heart of heart, they felt that they were not right.
Oh, very nice. Very nice, Jayashri. Sonali Solotkar, what do you like to add?
Clear conscious. Because Pandavas had clear conscious, that's why that came into that sound, conch sound. So that's why the opposite party got scared.
So nice, so nice. Take care. Thank you, thank you. It was very nice, enlightening. Okay, so the Pandavas were clear consciousness, they were pure, and they were doing their duty. And Kauravas are full of selfishness, and they knew the guilt consciousness. And another thing is that Pandavas had great faith in Krishna. And Krishna is there. Whatever he wishes, it will happen, but he's there, and they're totally surrendered to the Lord. So in life also, if you panic, then what you will do? You have a big exam, so aapke do pair kaam ke, aisa kya hai? Okay? You know Krishna is there. So be like Pandavas. We should not get scared. Do your duties nicely. Whatever the result, leave it to the Lord. Isn't it beautiful? You want to learn from Kauravas or Pandavas? Pandavas, they are not scared. Krishna is there. They have faith in Krishna. Okay? We will do sincerely what we can do. We are small in number. Krishna wishes we will die today. Krishna, hey, be careful, careful. No, we don't want to hear your background sound. So Krishna wishes we will die. Krishna wishes we will live. Do our duty. Okay, beautiful. Okay. Now looking at the battlefield, who won the war? Did Kauravas win the war or Pandavas win the war? Who won the Mahabharata war? You all know. Who won the war?
Pandavas.
Now, if you look at the scene, there are 9 symptoms by which we know actually the Pandavas are going to win. Anybody knows?
Prabhuji,
What
I
are the
can
signs?
give you what.
Try.
Prabhuji, faith in Lord.
Yes.
Affection, Prabhuji, in Lord.
Okay, that's okay. We only anything else by some signs, more signs.
Hanumanji was on the flag. Hanumanji was
Just like you have a cricket match. Before that match, they analyze which team is going to win. Election, they have pre-poll. They have who's going to win the election. Correct. But seeing certain sims, even before knowing what Mahabharata they won, by certain signs we know that Pandavas are going to win the war, even though they are smaller in number. What are the reasons?
Holy place. They had Krishna on their side, Prabhuji.
Okay, Tanishka, that is noted. Anything more?
Prabhuji,
Hanumanji was also.
They were righteousness, dharma. They were on the side of dharma.
Okay, great.
The
great,
battle
great.
took place in
Hanumanji on the
and
flag of the
Pandavas
chariot.
were on the side of dharma.
Yes, Hanumanji on the
Prabhuji.
chariot. Yes.
Yes.
The sky and earth. The sky and earth are shattered with the sound of this conch shells.
Yes.
That is the
yes.
symptom.
Jo dar gaya, jo mar gaya. Okay, very good. Now let us go to the next part because now I'm short of time. Okay. Dharma Kshetra, one was that there's a holy place. Holy place will benefit holy people. Pandavas are holy. Divine chariot. Arjuna had a very special chariot, which is difficult to fight with it. They're given by Agni to gift. So that was a special, you can say special tank. Today's tank. It's difficult to fight. Kapidhwaja, he marked with Hanumanji was fighting for Lord Rama and he was victorious. Same Arjuna also kept the blessings of Hanuman with him, so that he gets victorious. Kapidhwaja. Shankar Radha showed it. The Kauravas panicked. That shows that they were weak. Jo dar gaya, wo mar gaya. Why will fight the war if you're panicking? Even exam will get spoiled when you panic. Forget about the war. Gandiva, and various special missiles and missile launcher Gandiva and various missiles like Pashupati Astra what Arjuna had. Difficult to fight with somebody with this kind of weapons. Okay. Takta Jivata. Duryodhana's mouth, one inauspicious thing came, they are going to die. All these people, my side people are come to give their life. Apshakun, inauspicious statement. That is a small reason, but that's also listed. It was an Ekadashi, very auspicious day. Very, just like yesterday was Ekadashi, very auspicious day. And good times, good place will benefit good people. Bhagya Lakshmi, where the Lord is there, Lakshmi is always the Narayana. She is there to bless him. And finally, as somebody told, the first reason, Krishna is personally there. You cannot win a war with God on the other side. Not possible. It's foolish to even attempt. Arjuna's symptoms, when he saw this difference in Arjuna's body due to soft-heartedness, he was not weak, but he was soft-hearted. Heart was very soft. His limbs were quivering, his mouth was drying up, his whole body was trembling, his hairs were standing on the end, his hand Gandiva bow was slipping, his skin was burning, his legs were unable to stand, and his mind was reeling. We see different symptoms of Arjuna. Okay, you will get these notes that show his effect. Actually, that is due to compassion and soft-heartedness, not out of fear. He's not scared. Krishna is there with me. You see, this mouth is drying up, limbs are quivering, whole body is trembling, his hair stood on the end, Gandiva started slipping from his hand, skin was burning, legs were unable to stand, and mind reeling. This comes in a different shlokas, behavior of Arjuna. Okay. And that is because of compassion, not of fear like Kauravas. Okay. Just like a great man, the third person is seeing the battlefield. First thing came in his heart was compassion. So many people are going to die. If I lift my Gandiva, what's the fun in this? Killing my own grandfather and teacher and my own cousins here, my own relatives are here. What's the use of killing them, getting a kingdom by killing them? I don't want such a kingdom. I think it's a sin to do such an activity. You say, if he was thinking even more larger, millions of soldiers will die here. What about their family? We can give some compensation, but who will take care of their wife? Women are unprotected, children are untrained. He talks about family tradition, which will be lost if the fathers are killed. In a growth of a child, both father and mother have to contribute. If the father is not there, it's incomplete. What about the family traditions, which father was supposed to teach, but I killed him here? And children will be untrained, uncultured. And then finally talk about indecision. There's so many things, this side, that side, he thoughts. He was quite confused what to do. So these are the 5 reasons which we collected. 4 of them come in this chapter. The 5th one comes at the beginning of the 2nd chapter. Now I'm giving you the evidence of that. Arjuna Uvacha, and you're saying which is the word? I feel the limbs of the body quivering and a mouth drying up. This is the sign of compassion, not out of fear. Then Najashev. How any good can come? What is the use? There's no benefit in fighting this war. Papam, this is sin. Papam vivashreya dasma. This is sin. Kula dharma, what about traditions of family which will be destroyed by killing all the people here? And I don't know what is better, Gariyo, either fight or not to fight. I'm confused. The 5 reasons Arjuna refuses to fight. Okay? And you can think deeply which one we can appreciate, his compassion. He didn't think there is any fun in fighting the war, and this is going to be great sin, and family tradition and indecision. Okay. Now, Krishna in the 2nd chapter tomorrow is going to answer all the 5 questions. Short and sweet. Not long answer, ek kabutar tha, ek aadmi tha, not kahani like that. A short answer to the target is all the 5 questions are answered in the 2nd chapter. Then Arjuna asks Krishna to explain in detail. That's the rest of the Gita comes. 1st chapter, you see Krishna also remaining silent. Good teacher should be silent. We will see from tomorrow how Krishna behaved as a perfect teacher. Okay? So this was the part of this book. Chapter 1.1, Dhritarashtra's inquiry. Then you studied Duryodhana's behavior, his personality. Then you saw the blowing of the conch shell, 112 to 119. Arjuna's observation on the battlefield and Arjuna's reason not to fight. And you all understand, I have read few shlokas only today. In level 1, we do that most of the time because you can focus on the concepts which are there in this chapter. Hare Krishna. Thank you, everybody. Now, any questions anybody has? You're all free now for questioning. I was running short of time, so I didn't do enough questions to attend. We'll try to have good discussion every time. Any questions anybody has, or all questions are answered?
Prabhuji, I have one question.
Yes. What is the need? Manasvi.
Why, Prabhuji, the Pandavas repeated the same problem again and again, like 1 year ka vanvas, they have joined by regretting the problem again and again, and they recreated the problem. Why they were not able to understand from one problem? at a time?
I didn't understand. They were given at together 12-year vanvas, not one by one. Who told
Okay,
you
they were
that?
not given by one.
No, they were given 12 years vanvas and 1 year agyatwas. Correct?
Okay, it was not like that ki they once played a chance, then they were given vanvas, then it was added one by one.
No. They played the dice
Okay,
two
okay.
times. That's a separate issue. Correct? You can say, your question, I will ask you a question. We say Pandavas are pure, correct? That's what axiomatically I kept speaking all the time. Anna?
Yes.
True? If they were so pure, why was their head, the Yudhishthira, addicted to gambling? You answer me now. How is he pure there? Addiction to anything is not good. Anna? Correct? He even
Yes,
put
yes,
his
yes.
wife on the gap. Isn't it wrong? You give me answer.
It is wrong. Even I think they
How
were
do you
not
answer?
that pure.
पिटाई करेंगे तो not pure. Pandavas are very pure. But you should think and defend. Arey, you are born in a holy land of India. The Pandavas are worshipped all around India. How they foolishly worshipped all around India. Even in Mangalore, my town, they came to Kadri temple and they're still worshipped. So you're thinking they are wrong in
The
worshipping.
ISKCON.
Okay, anybody else? Can you defend? Okay, I got your question. You should intuitively think. Sir is asking a question now to defend Yudhishthira. What can be the reason? He's son of Yamaraj. Yudhishthira was born from Yamaraj, no? Correct? Should be the most virtuous person. How was that he had a weakness of gambling? Anybody will answer this question. It's not going to be easy. Anybody defend the character of Yudhishthira here? Can anybody defend the character of Yudhishthira? Right.
Actually, it is the duty of
One by one.
It is the duty of a Kshatriya to accept the gambling, the invitation of gambling and the invitation of war. So it is the duty of a Kshatriya. So he cannot, he could not deny the invitation of Duryodhana. That's why he played.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you very much. One part of the question is answered, that Yudhishthira had no addiction to gambling. We don't see him gambling anywhere, except when he was challenged, because he is always a Maryada Purushottam. He's like Lord Rama. I'm supposed to do it. I cannot say no because I'm challenged. Kshatriya is challenged to fight or gambling. He has to accept the challenge. Agreed. One part is over. Second part, why did he put his wife on the dice? This is not acceptable. Who is going to defend this now?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Why did he put his wife on? Okay, one part I accepted that twice he was challenged by Duryodhana for gambling and he went and he lost both the times. Okay. But the second question is that why did he put his wife on the... How could he do that? That's not acceptable. Will anybody do that?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Having known from Vedavyasa ji that he will be the reason for the future terrific war, he wanted to avoid it at any cost. So whatever Duryodhana asks, he was ready to do it to avoid the war.
Good. Chalo, take it. Very good. Then any other reason you can think. Okay. I don't think you know the reason. So I'm going to give you one reason. Take it from my side now. See what happens when he comes to the gambling. Duryodhana starts gambling his own brothers. And Yudhishthira counters by gambling his brothers. And he starts losing because match was rigged. Okay? You know that it was a midget. Dice was not playing properly. Dice was controlled dice. Shakuni had some mystic dice which he can make it come whatever number he wants. And there is a big story behind that. Okay? It is the ash of his own ancestor. Now, next thing what happened was, then when all the 5 brothers became the dasa of Duryodhana, they lost means they became dasa of Duryodhana. Duryodhana said, now bet your wife. If you bet your wife, say, he said, how can I do that? I am myself your dasa now. So he said, see, the reason is this. Is your relation to your wife only physical? You don't have a mental level, just like even though you are my dasa, you can think independently. Your mind is still free. So even though physically I own you, Even though physically, I don't own your mind is free. So your relation to wife is not only limited to body, it's also mental, correct? We have affection, that's mental. So therefore, you can still bet your wife. And there is one more reason, that today she is unprotected. Even if there is an attempt to do anything bad to her, I can tell you, shut up. And you have to, that's what Duryodhana told them, shut up. And Dushasana was bringing Draupadi. Both Arjuna and Bhima. Bhima is Hanumanji. Arjuna is Nana and Rishi. Both are capable in a few minutes to destroy the whole place if they want. And they requested Yudhishthira, please let us protect our wife. And Yudhishthira said, no. He told her, shut up. He is such a fellow. He is Maryada fellow. Duryodhana was exploiting that there, Naitik Vada of Yudhishthira. He was exploiting. So he said, see, your wife cannot be protected today because all 5 of us are lost. But in case you bet your wife, you can get everything back. And you can protect your wife also. Otherwise, today she's unprotected. So better bet your wife. Actually, he emotionally harassed him to bet his wife. If you actually understand what Duryodhana did to Yudhishthira, you will not say he was a bad person having some weakness. Rather, you will cry seeing exploitation done on the pure Pandavas by the Kauravas, starting from giving them poison, starting from burning their house, starting from snatching their rightful kingdom. Yudhishthira is the ruler. Now the rules of inheritance, once a Pandu is the king, now his son is the king. You cannot go back. You cannot go back to Dhritarashtra. No, that's not the law of inheritance of those days. It was Yudhishthira's kingdom. He was only a caretaker, but he wanted to usurp the kingdom. And that's how the whole thing happened. Okay, so this was not, you'll actually cry. So innocent. Therefore, Krishna punished all these people, everybody, including people who were silent. Bhishma, Drona remained silent, but Draupadi's attempt to insult was there. Krishna gave death penalty to everybody there. In fact, if you see Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna is asking Krishna, can you forgive them? Krishna says, no. Tell them, I'm not going to tolerate this. An innocent devotee and Draupadi, such a great soul and great devotee of the Lord, is being tortured and insulted like this in public, isn't it? Don't you expect that? Krishna, when Duryodhana is asking, Arjuna is asking, can you forgive them? Tell them, I'm not going to tolerate this. Okay? What do you say? So have I protected the character of Yudhishthira or not? Or you feel still doubt is there? Today is more of Mahabharata than Bhagavad Gita. Yes, anybody? You still have some questions? My God, I'm not able to read the chat. Chat is full of hundreds. Oh, wow. I don't know why people are writing their email ID. One person started and everybody started. Why? Why people are writing email ID, I don't know. Hare Krishna, Pravina Manoj.
Yes, Odiya. Somebody asked for, I think, asking for your email, and then they all have started putting their email ID.
Oh, that will be difficult. Okay. So if everybody has written an email, now I'll put my email so that if you feel that I was unfair in discussion and I said something wrong, you can leave your comment. Anyway, I can improve my delivery of this course. Feel free. I'm also giving the number. So many people are more convenient with WhatsApp now. You can WhatsApp to me anything. I can improve the class. Okay, any questions which you could not ask in front of everybody? Hey, don't put your email ID. Santosh, we're not doing anything with it. Okay? My email you can take. Please don't put your email ID. It will not serve any purpose.
Hare Krishna, I have
yes,
one doubt.
Anuradha Mataji. Yeah.
Yes, Guruji, I have one doubt. Why did Krishna Bhagwan explain all this Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna rather than Yudhishthira? Because if you see in whole Mahabharata or any the old stories or anything, Yudhishthira is more righteous person, more dharma he follows and all. But why did it became like that? That Arjuna was asking questions and Krishna was explaining the answers. Why did Yudhishthira didn't get that out?
Because he was in the chariot of Arjuna, not Yudhishthira. Isn't it? He was standing in the chariot of Arjuna. See, if Arjuna has a hesitation, expect all the 5 Pandavas had. They were same. They were at heart one. No? They never fought among themselves. Very virtuous and one at heart. No? Even after the Mahabharata war, they ruled together, all 5 of them, as one unit. They were one in heart. So, but what expressed for Arjuna's hesitation, perhaps a similar hesitation is in others' heart also. But the Yudhishthira was more righteous, definitely I agree. But if you want to say in the scale of devotion, Pandavas were Arjuna was the greatest devotee. Okay? Abhishek ji, why do you think Pandavas are punishable? What wrong did they do? We defended Yudhishthira. What else is your feel they did wrong? What wrong they did, right? Why punish somebody without anything mistake he has done? Both are his children. So your question is correct, Abhishek, that God cannot be partial. I just explained, Abhishek. I explained the betting thing. Okay, we have spent 10-15 minutes on that, Abhishek, betting. Okay, anybody else? Any other question? Abhishek, I hope you were listening, no? This is not a crime for a Kshatriya. Somebody asks you to fight, Kshatriyas pick up a sword. You can say, you're not ruling properly, I come. This you cannot understand today in Kali Yuga. In Dwapar Yuga, it's a different situation. So challenge is given to Kshatriya either in form of a game or a betting. He has to be part of that. He cannot get up and go away. Okay? It was a situation of that time. Maybe by today you don't understand in that way. Okay, Abhishek. We discuss, Abhishek, that. Okay, now anybody else? Any other question? There was not much philosophy today. This is just setting the scene of Bhagavad Gita. And Sada, Arjuna is the leader and a very strong person. He knows he's going to war. Why suddenly find reasons? Yeah, this is a very good question. Sada, just imagine your son is entering the NEET examination, perhaps one of the toughest examinations. And he goes to the examination hall. Both you, father, mother are waiting outside, praying to the Lord. He does well. Suddenly comes out before the exam starts. Papa, I don't want to give exam. My dear child, why you're telling now? You could have told 2 years before when I invested so much money in your coaching. You could have told me before. Why you're telling now? Imagine, when did Arjuna tell? When the conches are also blown. Okay, can anybody tell me now, why did Arjuna collapse? After the conch is blown, the arrows had to be thrown. Why did he collapse just at the moment? He could have done it before. Why did Krishna do this? Why did Krishna arrange such a way? Yes, who's going to answer the beautiful question of Sada? Okay, one Ashita has an answer because he saw his own family members at that moment in front. Okay, very good answer. Anybody other answer? I have a very funny answer for this. He said, many people say, I don't have time to study Gita. Isn't it? Many people say, I don't have time to study Gita. So, by the example of Arjuna, Krishna showed to the world that even you can stop a war to study Gita. Can anybody have a situation like Arjuna? The war is about to start. Can you stop the war? I would just want to hear Gita first. Correct? Now, anybody can say, I don't have time. Can anybody say, I don't have time? No. Arjuna had time to study Gita before the war. That means everybody should study Gita. And many people say Gita is meant for sages. Arjuna was a family person. He heard Gita. And when Krishna, in a role of a family person, taught Bhagavad Gita, Gita is for everybody. And any time we should hear Gita. And nobody can say, I had a shortage of time because Arjuna stopped the war to hear Gita. This is unimaginable. Now, there are many jokes about that. There, what did other people do during that time? When somebody was telling me, the legs were not paining us standing. Did you guys finish it? Oh, Krishna, wait a minute. I have also one question. Then Duryodhana will say, you guys all go some corner. Let us fight. So you can create so many questions out of the think about the situation. But Krishna doesn't do anything wrong. It is not like what I heard or shown in the serial that, Krishna stopped the time. No, nothing like that. No time out. The Gita was spoken in half an hour. Short. Many people have in the YouTube, you can go, fastest rendering of Bhagavad Gita. People have already reached something like 50 minutes already. So there is not unusual to expect something between 30 minutes and 45 minutes was Bhagavad Gita was spoken. It's not unusual because Sanskrit is not our language today. The way I'm speaking fast English, we don't speak Sanskrit like that. We struggle to speak every word because it's not our common speaking language. It was a speaking language at the time, Devanagari, Sanskrit, not language, refined language, even pleasing to hear. So pleasing to hear. And in fact, many philosophers say the kind of gravity of mind, the calmness of mind Arjuna shows in hearing Gita is amazing. It's amazing. And he's hearing every word, clarifying, asking questions. And at the end, Krishna says, Arjuna, decide what you want to do. He says, Karishe vachanam tava. I'll obey you, my Lord. Okay. He kidnaps. How about a woman who kidnaps another? अरे बाबा वर्षा जी ये टॉपिक थोड़ा बाद में डिस्कस करेंगे वुमेन किडनैप द हस्बैंड ठीक है एनी अदर क्वेश्चन डिस्कस्ड ऑन व्हाट वी डिड टुडे I heard the Bhagavad Gita that if you have a question in mind, open any page of Gita, you will get the answer. See, Somaparna, the Bhagavad Gita is Krishna himself. If that faith that is Krishna himself, you take Bhagavad Gita, every page Krishna is there. Okay? So definitely he's going to answer. So that's very advanced. So that is for people who have strong faith. Okay, so Krishna by the example. See, actually, this is a little advanced. Krishna used Yogamaya to bewilder Arjuna, not Mahamaya. Yogamaya is another energy. It's like Mother Yashoda thinks she has to protect Krishna in childhood. He's God. He doesn't need. He's a lifting mountain. What he needs protection of Mother Yashoda. But then Mother Yashoda always is holding him like that. Her affection is like that. When monkeys make sound, Krishna comes running, Mama! And she's the grass. Yes, my dear child. Hey, monkeys go away. So Krishna puts Yogamaya to enhance his own leelas. So Arjuna was not put by Mahamaya, just like a police. Mahamaya is like police. We, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, these are the power of Mahamaya. And we are all trapped by that. Arjuna is a liberated person. He is the Nitya Siddha, eternal estate of the Lord, the very, very dear to the Lord. He is always with the Lord. How can he be having Mahamaya? Police will not touch him. Only Yogamaya, just like Mother Yashoda, bewilders Arjuna so that Krishna can speak Gita at this moment. Okay? So it was arranged by the Lord to speak Gita. Through Arjuna, Krishna is actually speaking to us. Gita is not for Arjuna, it is for us. But Krishna used Arjuna to speak Gita to us. I've heard Gita is immortal, applicable in every yoga. Yes, because see, Bhagavad Gita is a science. Science is for all the time. You can apply Gita in different situations. That's like if you know computer science. I think I used to work in Infosys. If you work computer science, you can make different kind of programs for all kind of machines. But science doesn't change, application changes. So the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita can be applied in different situations because it's a science. And we will study from tomorrow the science of Gita because Krishna is going to answer Arjuna with the fundamentals. Not that just tell an application. Many religions are just an application. Therefore, many times, over a period of time, it becomes impractical to follow them. But Gita is a science which can be applied in any situation. Okay? Yes. Why did Krishna explain this to Dhritarashtra? Acha, this talk of affection and attachment. Yes, Anisha. Very, very good question. Why did he do that? Okay. See, he did do that. He did show Vishwarupa to Dhritarashtra, even though he was blind. When Dhritarashtra came to know in the palace, the Lord is showing a Divya Rupa, he requested Krishna, I am blind, can you show? And Krishna showed him the Vishwarupa. He saw the Vishwarupa. He was constantly counseled by Vidura that this is wrong. See, in life, we all get enough good advice. Lord is in the heart also. It is for us to take decisions. When finally Krishna came for peace offer, who are the peace offer? Dhritarashtra, he didn't listen. Krishna requested him with different arguments. He asked him to take decision because he was the king, not Duryodhana. And not only that, when Krishna was leaving, you know that he showed Vishwarupa and Duryodhana tried to arrest him. Then Krishna showed Vishwarupa. Dhritarashtra ran, with his assistant. He cannot run, he's blind. And Krishna was about to leave. He said, I'm sorry, I'm not able to do anything. And Krishna said, look, here is the king and he's saying he cannot do anything. So that's a lesson for us. Let us never do this. We are also like Dhritarashtra, not able to take decision to control our own self. Never say, I'm sorry, I can't do, I have to drink only, I cannot do. Don't say like that. Don't be like Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra knew he has a weakness, is attached to the child. Dhritarashtra knew Krishna is the Supreme Lord also, but still he did not obey God because of attachment to his own child. He knew he should obey the Lord, but still because of his weaknesses didn't do that. Let us not be like Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra is the example of person we should not be. Correct? Because of his weakness, he knew his weakness. He used to say, Vidura, whatever you tell is so wonderful actually, because Vidura was daily counseling him. What more you can you get a person like Vidura daily counsel you? My dear brother, this is not good for you. Do like that. This is good. He was seeing his brother not listening. He was appreciating. Otherwise, he will not call him every day. But he was not following him. So let us, we read Gita a million times. We get wonderful instructions of Bhagavad Gita. So many wonderful things in the life you want to follow. We're not able to follow. That is Dhritarashtra. Don't be a Dhritarashtra. Make a decision. I'll follow. Krishna says, I'll do it. He should have said, my dear child, son, get out of the kingdom. I'm going to hand over the throne to Yudhishthira. He could have said that. He was the king. True. So why didn't Krishna explain to that? He did explain. He didn't listen. Krishna explained. He showed Vishwarupa first to Duryodhana, then to Arjuna. But what did Duryodhana say? He says he's a Mayavi. He's a magician. What can you do? Why did Adharma started quickly? Even Krishna was born to establish Dharma. Okay. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. See, this is, we misuse of freedom. Just like, and this word is like a jail. In a jail, what happens is left to you, how you behave. What can be done? And in the jail, you do upadara, foolish activity. Then the army comes in. That's Lord coming. So metal word is the jail, and opportunity is given to become a gentleman. But you don't take good counsel, you don't take good arrangements, you don't study the Shastra, and then you act whimsically. Then army comes in. Then we are beaten up. People like Duryodhana or Kamsa are beaten up. Okay. Thank you. Akansha, Anisha. Akansha is asking a lot of questions. Take it. Hare Krishna, Rashmita Ghosaji, thank you. Thank you, Anjali, for your good comments. You left already. The question in mind, open any page, agreed. Varsha. Okay. So nice for your all participation. Okay. Abhishek, I hope you got this. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Guruji, don't say me. Guruji is for great. Prabhu, Prabhu. You are also my Prabhu. I am also. The word Prabhu is the word that you are my master. I want to serve you. The simple, small word Prabhu. True, Prabhu is used for God also sometimes. But in our etiquettes in ISKCON, use Prabhu for each other. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for all of you. There is a prayer we chant together. Vancha kalpada rubascha kripa sindhave evacha patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. This is a prayer to Vaishnavas. All of your wonderful Vaishnavas. This is the platform we have got that all of us have come together to try to understand Bhagavad Gita. And I did chant very few shlokas today. That's how we will be going. We will increase the number of shlokas as the chapter grows, but because there are too much philosophy to get grounded in the first few chapters, so I avoided shlokas today. But as the chapters grow, I'll chant more and more of the shlokas. Okay? But I didn't want to scare people with too many shlokas in the beginning. Thank you, everybody. Hare Krishna. And this recording, I'll just show you those who are still around. This recording comes in a channel. You can see this now. This is our YouTube channel. My request is you can subscribe to it. Can you see that? youtube.com/users is my name, Namanishra Das. This is our channel. Or you can search by ISKCON Radha Govinda Temple. Or you can search by the handle @ISKCON Mangalore. Okay? There are different ways you can locate a YouTube channel. And you can, my request is to subscribe. See, this is where we are. Bhagavad Gita Chapter 1, batch 35, 9 p.m. English by me, Namanishra Das. The other two classes also happening at the same time. It is also happening in Hindi and one more language. Okay, this is a channel which has all our events, our festivals, everything along with the course. So take advantage of this, okay? Hare Krishna, thank you. So we meet at 8:30 for shloka chanting. 9 o'clock the class starts. 8 o'clock we read Krishna Leela, whatever you like.